Welcome back, you guys. I hope you guys are having a wonderful morning so far. I just recently did a video where we talked about, I think it was either 6 or 10 products that I had purchased that were luxury products that I wouldn't purchase again, and then I gave my reasons for it. So we are back at it again, but this time we're going to be focusing on drugstore makeup only. But if you guys are wondering about this kind of cotton candy eye look, I feel like, I don't know if it's cotton candy, it's just every time I look at it, I think of cotton candy vibes. But if you guys are wondering about this eye look, I just recently did it, I think last week. It was my try on with some of the products that I had purchased in my Ulta haul, and one of them, the main focus on this was the ABH palette, which I got a lot of requests to do an eye look. So if you guys do want to see that look, I'll go ahead and have it here in the iCard, but I will also have it at the end of this video. So we're going to go ahead and get diving into it, and let's talk about some makeup. Primers are definitely one thing that I am constantly looking out for at the drugstore. A majority of the primers that I already own are mainly higher end because I find those to work a little bit better for me, but there are some primers at the drugstore that I do find to work really well. But these are just a few that for some reason or another did not work out for me. So the very first two I wanted to speak about were the Covergirl primers. I really do like them, don't get me wrong. I find them to do a good job, but I don't find them to work for what they're supposed to do. The purple one claims that it's gonna minimize your pores, and then this one right here claims that it's going to mattify. I don't really think it mattifies my skin, and when it comes to pore minimizing, I really don't see a pore minimizer. I think there are other products in the drugstore for pore minimizing that are just a little bit better. Now, when it does come to the mattifier, the only reason I put this in here is because I think if you wanted to stick with the Covergirl line, I think Covergirl makes a really great mattifier, but I don't think this is it. I think it's the Matte Ambition, which comes in a black tube. If you guys are super oily skin and you need something with sort of a mattifying base, that is definitely one to try out. I think this one here, it's just not really going to mattify your skin. I'm kind of a snob, I feel like, when it comes to pore minimizers, because I prefer the ones from like more higher end pore minimizers, and that's just because I've always seen better results there than I have in the drugstore. But there is one that I've seen pretty good success with, and this is the Catrice Cosmetics Prime and Fine. This is supposed to smooth your pores and your lines. It does smooth out the pores, but I wouldn't say it does the best job. It definitely gives you more of that soft kind of a feel on your skin. That one reminds me more of like the Hourglass primer. It has more of that consistency and texture where it's like almost feels like it's baby soft on your skin. I think if your pores aren't that enlarged, but they are just slightly noticeable and you just kind of want to smooth them out a little bit, I definitely think this is going to be a winner in your book. Although for me, I feel like my pores are pretty enlarged and it definitely needs a little bit more help. So that is why I go more towards like the Tarte Smoothing Primer. So I definitely will finish this off. I'll definitely still use it when it comes to tutorials and stuff. But once I get done with it, I definitely think it'll be done. Then the last one I wanted to mention, and this one is actually just one I don't really care for. This is the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. And I just spoke about this in my last video that I did this eye look about it, because we tested out the matte version, which I have somewhere. Oh, here it is. So we just tested out this matte version, which is what I'm wearing today. I haven't decided how I feel about it, but this one I've tried quite a few times and I just don't get it. I don't get the hype about it. It actually makes my foundation slip quite a bit, and it really doesn't reduce my pore size. I really didn't see it smoothing anything or pore filling anything. Really just, it wasn't anything to rave about in my book. And it could also just be that this product is so overhyped that maybe I'm expecting it to be some big, you know, dramatic thing, and it just ends up letting me down. I have one foundation that I wanted to talk about, and it is the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear. I have maybe a quarter of this left in the bottle, but there's nothing wrong with it. I do like it. I find it to be a good foundation. I actually prefer this foundation in the winter time more than anything, because I feel like it really gives me the hydration I need and it doesn't make my skin feel more dry than it already is. But I'm simply just not going to repurchase this again, and I actually prefer the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow in a tube than I do this one. So I think if I was to repurchase another foundation from L'Oreal, it would definitely be the Pro Glow. Nothing wrong with this foundation. It's a good foundation. It just is one that once I'm done with it, you know, I at least know what it's like, and if I ever want to go back to it, maybe I will, but I just won't repurchase it. Okay, so I have, how many products? So I have 2 products from Essence. Last year, I actually tested out quite a few things from Essence, and 2 of the products that I tried out was the Essence Matte Touch Blush, but this is called Peach Me Up, I think. Yeah, Peach Me Up. They disappear really quickly. They're really powdery, and they're just not really anything that I gravitate towards. It really wasn't my cup of tea. So, and then I have the Essence Brighten Up Banana Powder. And I'm actually proud of myself because I feel like I have a really nice dent. And I'll definitely use this up and I'll finish it off. And once I'm done with it, that'll be all. I'll definitely just go back to a loose banana powder. I think I've tested enough banana powders to tell myself that I prefer a loose version of it when I'm looking for something more of a brightening agent underneath my eyes. It doesn't hold up as long as I would like it to, but if you're looking for something as just like a daily makeup basket brightener, something really quick and affordable, inexpensive, this is a really good option to, you know, try out. I just think once I'm done with it, I'll probably try out something else and maybe use up the other ones that I have, because I do tend to find myself not reaching for this anymore as much as I do with like my loose powders. Then we move into the full spectrum. This is the Matte Ambition Covergirl powder. I have a few of these because they sent these to me a long time ago in PR. Powder itself I felt was like really heavy on my skin, and when I wear it, I just find that it tends to settle in my fine lines pretty quickly throughout the day. And it's definitely one of those powders where like if you don't blot and you apply it on top of it, for myself at least, it tends to cake up pretty bad. All the powders that I've tried from Covergirl, I still really love their Healthy Vitalist. It comes in a white circular packaging. That one hands down is like my favorite because it's just super lightweight and it's light on the skin and it doesn't feel heavy, especially if you're wearing like a medium to full coverage foundation. If you are needing a full coverage powder, this might be the option for you. But if you want a little bit more of a lighter option, the white packaging one is a great way to go. Even their clean powders, they have like these standard clean powders. I think you guys maybe remember them. I have a brown one. Compacts, they're just their standard compacts that come in like blue, green, and brown, like those. Those are even bomb. I think those work just as well. And we move into a bronzer. And this is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I'm sure a few of you guys are gonna be like, what? You're not gonna rebuy that? And don't get me wrong, it's a great bronzer. I love the smell. I think it smells fabulous. I'm not getting excited about it anymore. And I don't know what it is. I feel like, again, this is another one I made a really good dent in. And I think after using it as much as I have, I could definitely say that I liked it. I thought it was a great bronzer. It works when I need it to, but after trying out some other bronzers from the drugstore, I probably wouldn't ever buy this one again. I would definitely stick to the Maybelline City bronzer, which I've raved about here for the last couple of months, is like my holy grail right now. Like I love that powder. And not only that, I guess I don't know if I've ever mentioned this, but I just don't get excited about Physicians Formula. They're just kind of that brand to me. I have a couple of brands that don't excite me. They don't put out products that make me super excited to try and make me want to purchase their products. And Physicians Formula is one of them. I don't know what it is, but when I walk by their line, I will look at it, but I don't get excited. I don't like abdominantly try to go to a counter to try to find something from Physicians Formula unless enough people have raved about it. And then I'm like, okay, I'll try it. Because again, they're one of those brands that are also kind of high up there in that price point, in my opinion, for average products. I feel bad saying that, but that's why you guys probably don't see a lot of Physicians Formula here on my channel, is for that reason. All right, so then we finish off with these NYX glosses. So when they came out with these NYX like lingerie lip line or whatever, I was like really excited about it. And I bought quite a few of them and I tried them all out. I don't know why I bought so many though. I really don't. And I think that's just the hoarder in me that needs to have multiple shades, thinking that I'm going to wear like pinks and browns and reds and maroons. And normally I don't wear all those colors all the time. And for some reason, I also bought a bunch of these like glosses with glitter in them. I have so many glosses with like a shimmer top to it, you guys. It is insane. I actually am in the process, I think tomorrow, not today because I don't have time, but tomorrow I'm actually going to be filming like an entire lip collection declutter, because it just got to that point where I have so many like lip colors, especially like shimmer toppers, you don't need that many. You need maybe 1 or 2 shimmer toppers, maybe one with like a gold reflex, one with a silver reflex. And I have found the brands that I prefer when it comes to those kinds of things, and this is definitely not it. For me, I mean, I'll probably declutter this anyways, maybe give it to my daughter or something. But when it comes to like that kind of like shimmer toppers and stuff, I was like on a kick with it for a while, but then like the hoarder in me came out and I realized like, oh my gosh, like why do I have so many of these products? Like for no reason you're gonna be needing all of this stuff. So let me know of a product that you guys like down below from the drugstore, but once you're done with it, you guys are gonna be done with it for good. And I hope to see you guys on my next video. I do upload daily, so if you guys are new to my channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button and notification bell. I do upload in the mornings at 8 a.m. I will see you guys all here with a new video. I love you guys, and thank you all again. Bye.